Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Starr and I'm the Director of Customer Success Operations here at Clari. Like all of you, I'm working from home and today I'm wearing my Masters of Revenue t-shirt, but I'm going to pretend for the moment that it stands for Masters of Renewals. Given all the uncertainty that's going on in the world, there is an incredible amount of focus on making our customers successful. That also means there's a lot of attention on our renewal and our churn forecast. So we need to drive visibility into that forecast and where we have risks so we can make sure we're on track based on our operating plan. And also, if we see risk, act early and make sure we're aligning resources. Originally, our churn forecast process at Clari was in a spreadsheet, and we operated in our little customer success silo. The data was always stale in that spreadsheet, and version control was a complete nightmare. And also, there was no way that I was going to let our Clari VP of Customer Success continue to forecast in a spreadsheet. That would be ridiculous. So we figured out a way to leverage the Clari forecasting module for our churn forecast that, one, helps us get visibility into the health of our customers, and two, helps us drive alignment not only with sales, but also with finance, with our executive team, and with our board. So I'll walk you through the forecasting module to show you the setup. And of course, it's going to be in a demo environment, but it's modeled after what we do at Clari. All right, so in this setup, we have Lucy Stevens, who's our VP of Customer Success. You see our churn budget, and this is what we've agreed upon with finance. You see what we've actually churned so far this quarter. We have our target renewal ARR, and this is the total amount of renewals that we're expecting to close this quarter. You see our remaining open renewals. This is super helpful to keep an eye on, especially towards the end of the quarter, because we want this number to be super low during the end of the quarter, and we don't want to have a bunch of outstanding renewals in the last few days. And then you have our churn forecast. Each of our CSMs enter in a churn forecast at the individual renewal opportunity level, and then they also enter in a quarterly churn forecast number. And we use that churn forecast to calculate the forecasted renewal rate. So we take that target renewal ARR amount and subtract the churn forecast and then divide it by that target renewal ARR amount. And in a perfect world, this number would be 100%. In reality, we want it to be as close to 90% as possible. For the renewals that we are expecting might churn, we break that up into addressable and not addressable. And this distinction is important for a CFO, and it's important to our board. And it also helps us make sure that in our renewal forecast calls, we're super focused on where we can have the biggest impact and which renewals we might actually be able to save. So we can look at the renewals where we said they're going to churn, but we might be able to turn them around, and we can say, hey, for this security renewal, we know that they're struggling with this one particular use case. And maybe we connect them with somebody from our product team who's an expert in that area and help them puzzle through what they might be able to do. So that would be an example of how we might align resources really quickly to help save that deal. And in our forecast calls, we actually don't spend a ton of time debating the numbers or even looking at the numbers. We're really focused on that strategy of what we need to do to execute. And that's incredibly important right now when we're all remote and we're not in the office, because that natural collaboration where you're just brainstorming ideas and getting people together, doesn't happen as easily. So it's super important that we're able to use that time in the renewals forecast call to have those conversations. So hopefully this was helpful. I'm happy to chat with any of you about forecasting churn and forecasting renewals in Clari, and maybe we can all become masters of renewals. Thanks so much, and hope you're all doing well.